do the track. It's going to be a really cool 3-4 laps, depending on the timing. And I'll give you guys all the necessary instructions. If you guys look on your center console to the left of the shifter, you guys have some of the settings for the shocks and what have you. But you guys also have your chrono dial on the steering. Alright, the little round dial on your steering, you can adjust, you can change the mode from normal to Sport or Sport Plus. I suggest you guys go to Sport or Sport Plus. Alright fellas, let's go ahead and pull out. There we go, awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a nice slow lap so you guys can get familiar with the track, alright? So we know the layout, we know which way every corner goes, and then we'll go from there. You guys can just leave the transmission in drive if you wish to, but as we go around the course, a couple of things that we want to point out. We're going to drive a racing line, so I'm going to be driving around the course, and I'm going to be, imagine that I'm laying down some tracks on the snow. You guys want to drive exactly over those tracks. When driving on the track, you want to have your eyes up as far as you can, meaning the next corner coming up, looking around the corner as well. This first right-hander is one of those corners that we basically give up, right? As you guys can see, we're not taking the ideal racing line there for the benefit of the next left-hander. So we don't track out all the way. That way we have an ideal line going to this left-hander, and we sacrifice this left-hander a little bit, slightly, not that much, meaning we don't track out all the way to the right, but we bring the car back as quickly as possible. Sir, on the last MACAN, I want you to follow the one in front of you, okay? That's, like I said, I'm going to lay down, imagine that I'm laying down some tracks on the snow, and you want to drive exactly over my tracks, all right? We want to use the full width of the track when possible. All right, so coming to this next corner, we want to brake on a straight line. Hold the brakes quickly to allow the car to recover. That way we get more grip. And the front steering and the tires works better for me. Close to the apex, and then as we come out of the corner, we want to be tracking out. We want to be unwinding that wheel, going long, using the whole track when needed. Again, as we head over to the next left-hander, we want to project ourselves, anticipate the braking, the corner, so on and so forth. Braking on the straight line, on the brakes quickly, and then giving up this left-hander a little bit. We do not want to track out all the way to the right. We want to keep the car a little bit to the left for the benefit of the last corner of the track, which is the most important, this right-hander. We want to start unwinding the wheels. We get back on the power, slowly but surely. Notice how this corner unwinds. It opens up nicely. That allows us to accelerate nicely as we open up the wheel. Let's get a little bit closer to the last MACAN, please. And don't fall back. If you guys fall way back to try to slingshot and see how fast you can go, I'm going to have to slow down. Light braking on the brakes for turn one. Back on the power slightly, and then heavy on the brakes. All the way on the left-hand side. On the brakes quickly. Remember, guys, the best or fastest way around the corner is slow in, fast out. Again, we keep it close to the inside, but we give out this left-hander for the benefit of the right-hander. I mean, the right-hander for the benefit of the left-hander. We track out 3/4 of the track going to this left-hander, again for the benefit of the right-hander, which is the most important one. It leads onto a straight. Corners that lead onto straights are very, very important. Eyes up, Heavy on the brakes for the next right-hander. Coming off the brakes quickly after generating maybe an 8 on the brakes from on a scale from 1 to 10. Quickly raise your vision, looking down the road, moving over to the right, and then braking on a straight line for the next left-hander. Again, for this left-hander, we do not want to track all the way out. We want to keep it kind of 3/4, bringing it back quickly for the benefit of this right-hander. And then as we come out of the apex, we start opening up the wheel. Just like the corner unwinds nicely.
Well, the MACAN is not gonna drive really fast. Some of the drivers behind us are lagging behind, too far out.
Alright, again, eyes up, giving out this right-hander for the benefit of the next left-hander. Eyes up, look around the corner. Where you place your eyes, that's where the car is going to end up, gentlemen. Your hands follow your eyes. Track it out nicely. Eyes up again. Hard on the brakes. For the upcoming right-hander, off the brakes quickly to allow the nose to draw, the nose to raise a little bit. The car recovers, then we can add some steering. Heavy on the brakes in a straight line. Nice and tight for the left-hander. Then braking and setting up nicely for the right-hander coming out of onto the main straight. Good job, gentlemen. Looking good. Eyes up. Always protecting yourself and anticipating your next move. All the brakes on a straight line, off the brakes. Then the car roll into turn 1 and then heavy on the brakes for turn 2. Notice how late I'm turning in. And that's for the benefit of the exit. We carry out every action the way we need to by slowing the car down, setting up. Setting up the entrance nicely. Then the exit should be nice. Right or left. Very nice, gentlemen. Looking good. The last MACAN, let's open up the gap slightly, alright? Don't want you to be so close to the next one. Maybe just one more vehicle distance between yourselves. Good job, that's just fine. Heavy on the brakes on a straight line, off the brakes quickly, allowing the car to recover. Tight on this left-hander, giving it up for the benefit of the last corner again. Most important corner on the track. As you get on the power, you should be opening up that wheel, unwinding nicely. Alright, the last MACAN, you're too close to the one in front. Okay, open up that gap, open up the gap. Last MACAN, the last one. Open it up a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. That's perfect. That's a perfect gap. Thank you. All right. On the left-hand side, heavy on the brakes. Oh, the brakes quickly. Eyes up, guys. Eyes up. Last MACAN, don't keep it so tight coming out of this left-hander. Track out a little bit, then bring it back nice and slowly. So you guys can see these MACANs are fantastic on track. They're very, very practical and versatile vehicle. It can be a daily driver, but with the S, you have the options of the pneumatic suspension that raises and lowers the ride height. That way you can track it. You can take it off-road as well. The all-wheel drive system works fantastic, especially on wet surfaces and off-roading as well. Looking good, gentlemen. Great job. So we're going to be, once we come out of the next right-hander, we're going to slow down, and then we'll stage the vehicles by the off-road cars. At that point, we're going to switch vehicles, all right? So nice and slow on the track. Alright, gentlemen, nice and slow, and we're going to stage the vehicles here over to the right. Nice and slow. And don't turn them off, just come to a complete stop. And then what we'll do is, we'll get you guys off the vehicles, and we'll get you guys to step over to the right. Alright, gentlemen, thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Okay, that was the MACAN.
Debrief and wait for the